Hi, welcome to Lunchbreak Storytime. This week we're doing pumpkins. I'm Miss Linda and I am reading The Runaway Pumpkin. This is by Kevin Lewis, illustrated by S.D. Schindler, and published by Orchard Books. The cover. Once upon a hill when the wind blew with a chill, wandered Buck and Billy Baxter with their baby sister Lil, and there upon the hillside, growing orange, fat, and fine, the budding Baxters found a pumpkin on a twisty, twirly vine. It was big and it was round, and the boys, their eyes agleam, gave a whoop and a yell and a holler. No finer pumpkin had they seen, and today was Halloween. It's huge. Look how big that pumpkin is. Don't think I could pick it up. Yet little Lil was cautious, and of course she tried to warn them, but her bumbling, big-head brother snapped the pumpkin from its stem. And as she watched them roll it, at first real slow, but then much faster, little Lil looked downhill, and she foresaw disaster. Round and round across the ground, making a thumpin', bumpin' sound, came that thumpity-thumpity-thumpkin bumpkin, round and rolly, runaway pumpkin. You better watch out below. A short way down the hillside, that zooming pumpkin caught the eye of mucking Mama Baxter, who thought of Granny's pumpkin pie. That's what she thought about when she saw the pumpkin. It blasted through her sty, round and round across the ground, making thumpkin bumpin' sound. Came that thumpity-bumpity thumpin' bumpin', round and rolly, runaway pumpkin. You got it. A bit further down the hillside, just beyond the chicken coop, Grandpa Baxter saw that pumpkin and thought of Granny's pumpkin soup. That's what he was dreaming about. Till it knocked him for a loop, round and round across the ground, making the thumpin' bumpin' sound. Came that thumpity-thumpity thumpin' bumpin', round and rolly. What? Runaway pumpkin. Now at the bottom of that hillside, where that boundin' pumpkin sped, Papa Baxter on his tractor thought of Granny's pumpkin bread. That's what he was thinking. Lots of treats. But Papa Baxter used his head and quickly plowed a pumpkin bed. He plowed and plowed and plowed, hoping that when the pumpkin got there, it would stop. Think that worked? Let's find out. So at the bottom of the hillside, fat and round upon the ground, that thumpin' bumpkin pumpkin plopped and didn't make another sound. And as pigs and hens and Baxters gathered round where Papa plowed, little Lil she gathered Granny and pulled her through the waiting crowd. Buck and Billy looked really proud. It worked. It stopped the pumpkin. Then thumpity-bumpity thumpin' bumpin', straight to the kitchen went that pumpkin. And soon after came the smell of dear old Granny cooking something. Oh no, they're taking that huge pumpkin and stuffing it in the doorway. How are they getting it in? And they did. They managed to get it in, and they could smell all those great pumpkin smells. Granny stirred and stewed and baked until the bright full moon rose up. And all those hungry Baxters sat themselves right down to sup. Well, she did. She cooked a lot of things made out of pumpkin. And at the center of a table, among the soup and bread and pie, sat a grinning jack-o'-lantern with a twinkle in his eye. They may have been eating pumpkin food, but it wasn't with that pumpkin. He was their jack-o'-lantern guest. Happy ending for that jack-o'-lantern. How big of a pumpkin have you ever seen? How big do you think they get? Well, my pumpkin is this big. It's this big. I don't know how many pounds it is, but I'll tell you, this is pretty heavy. There's no way I would pick up that other pumpkin. This pumpkin, weighing in at 2,089 pounds at Elk Grove, California's Giant Pumpkin Festival weigh-in, Saturday, October 3rd, 2020, took first place. They had to move this pumpkin around with a forklift, even to get it onto the scale to be weighed. Now, this pumpkin may seem big enough, but this wasn't even California's record-size pumpkin. The record was 2,138 pounds. The world record was 2,624.6 pounds that was set at European Championship Pumpkin Weigh-Off in Germany in 2016. Now that's a lot of pumpkin pie.